Alright, so this is how all my gear fits into my 52 litre Osprey pack. So this is all my gear, pretty much excluding food, for a 4-day, 3-night tramp. For sleeping gear, I've got a sleeping pillow, I've got my Macpac Azure sleeping bag liner. We are taking a tent, so I do have my sleeping pad, and then as well I have all my sleeping gear. So that is thermals, spare change of underwear, and hut socks. Now if you're trying to go lighter, you don't need to take some of the stuff, but I'm willing to carry it, so this is my luxury. First aid kit, carrying a bit of a hospital in here, but that's again by choice. Wash kit, then up the top we have that's how much water I'll be taking, my sunglasses, sun hat. This is my cooking gear. Again, it's bulky, but it does the job. There's the gas can, the cooker. We have my utensil in there, as well as some cleaning cloths. And then here is fire lighting gear and some pegs and 2 methods of ignition, plus some fire lighters. Very handy. PLB, I'll take that out of the case in a minute. Over here, we have my 3 layers. So these are my 3 insulating external layers. So for the raincoat, I have the Macpac Profit, and I'll put that up on screen. Macpac Profit. Yeah, big raincoat. Really enjoy it. For my hut layers, or getting cold, this is my Macpac Pulsar synthetic puffer jacket. This generally sits in the bottom of my pack when tramping, and then when mountaineering I have this at top to pull out when we get cold. My active layer on top of my shirt that I'll be wearing, which will be merino, will be this Macpac Nitro Hybrid. Again, I'll put all these on screen so you can see them, and they're just individual kind of layering system. Right, so let's get this on the pack. So first of all, I start with the sleeping gear, so that will go in first. So bear with, we'll get that in there now. So I've just stuffed my sleeping bag in there. It goes right to the bottom. You can see it sits in at about here. Pretty handy. Next I'll put in my sleeping bag liner. I generally unstuff it from its pack because I find it fits in smaller, so that will go in here now. Alright, after that, I'll put in my sleeping bag pillow, and then my thermal pad, then my sleeping gear, then my Macpac jacket behind me will go in on top next. So bear with, we'll put that in there now. Alright, that's in there now. I've stuffed all that in. I'd leave the jacket in last because I like to stuff that into the cracks. That helps take up the space inside it. So currently we're sitting at about this tall worth of stuff, and we have about that much more. So from the orange dangly things to here, might look like a bit of a squeeze, but in reality it's pretty alright once you try it. So next, what I like to put in is gear I'm not going to access as soon, so that will be cooking gear, wash gear, and the fire lighting stuff on top now. So I'll put that in there. So that's this, that, and this will go in all next. Okay, all that stuff is now put in there. So you can see, just put in there. Don't need to be anything fancy. You could get really fancy. Some people like to use dry bags instead of a pack liner. I haven't got around to doing that yet, so pack liner works for me. Right, next will be food, first aid, and that's about it. So I don't have my food at the moment, but generally what I'll do is I'll pack in a small container. It's roughly the same size as this. This is going to have all my dinner meals in it, and dinner, breakfast, etc. That will all fit in there, and then I'll have snacks just kind of sitting on the top. This is not my dinner one, this is just for size. This is my brain pocket one, so the one that goes in the hood generally, and that has warm layers, PLB, hut tickets, map. It's also got power bank, headlamp, and some other stuff in there as well. So that goes in at the hood. But now we put the medical, first aid, and then we just kind of pack it in there, get it in there, and then food would go on top. And that's about it. So I will wrap this up. I'll put on the layers on top, and I'll show you that, and then we'll be done. So for reference, this is how much space I have left for food, as well as additional layers and water, etc. So I'm going to go put the additional layers in there now. So you can see quite a decent chunk of room. Yeah, quite a decent chunk of room within there left, so I'll do that now. So now I've put in my raincoat and my active layer within there and still got plenty of room. I just like to roll them up or fold them nicely, put them in there. Then what I do next generally is I put my, this is 2 litre, will be full of water generally, in the top here. Make sure it's shut. Yeah, in the top. That will sit in there, close it, put it over, make sure there's a little bit of air so I can fold that over. That avoids leakages, but we'll leave that out for now. So next we just pull it tight, and then we'd flip it over and clip it in. And then my brain pocket stuff goes within this top pouch here, so I will do that now. Right, so I've gone and done that now. So as you can see in the top pocket, I have the pouch there now, and my PLB, and that all fits within the top. So that can just now, that will now just zip up. There we go, got there in the end. And so that is everything for my trip. So remember, 3 days, 4 days, 3 nights within a 50-litre pack, actually designed for mountaineering and not for tramping. So this, I probably won't take this one because I don't have a lot of space for a tent attachments, and I have to take the tent. But if I wasn't taking in a tent and just staying in huts, we're staying in quite a few huts, but not all of them have enough bunks possibly, so we're taking a tent just in case. But if I was just staying inside a hut and not worried about it, this is all I need for 4 days, 3 nights, excluding food. But as you can see, I had a lot of room left for food and snacks, and this is a pretty luxurious setup as well. This currently is about 10 kgs worth of gear, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I do for 4 days, 3 nights in a 50-litre pack.